Here we have ham broth. I already emptied that one and sifted off the tallow off the top, and that's what I have here. I'm getting together some flour. You're going to need 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour with a 1/2 cup of tallow or Crisco or beef tallow, just some form of fat. Then you're going to start cutting in your flour into your tallow. And before you add your cup of cold water, you're going to make sure to add salt and get that mixed in and incorporated into the flour and tallow mixture. There you go. And then once you have that well incorporated, you're going to create a well and add your water to that and then slowly start mixing. It's going to get kind of difficult using a utensil, so eventually you'll switch to your hands. Once you get that dough formed, remove it from the container, and then you're going to start kneading it properly. You're going to want to get a well of flour so that way you can flour your surface and roll this to your preferred thickness before you start cutting it up. And while you are working your dough, you can have your broth coming up to a boil, because you'll need that at a rolling boil as you throw your noodles in. You'll see that later in the video. Right now I am cutting noodles and putting them on a prepared parchment paper surface so that I can flash freeze them for future use. The recipe calls for 2x2 squares. I obviously make mine very tiny and not 2x2 at all. It is purely your preference at this point. My grandmother would have a heyday if she saw how tiny I made my dumplings. So you just continue working the dough and cutting the pieces. As you see here, I have a rolling boil of my ham broth, and this is where I start cutting and preserving, and also random bits that I add to that boil. And then you'll have ham and dumplings by the end of it. It's a long process. You just cut, cut, cut.